welcome to another session of Faith Talk. I want to thank everyone who is in with me tonight. Hopefully everyone gets in and you get your questions in, because we literally have 1 hour to get it all done. If we don't get it done in 1 hour, then Lynricia will have to come back. So send some hearts across the screen, send some waves, let us know that you are here. And tonight in particular, I want you to say to me, or let us know where you are streaming from. Let us know what part of the world you are watching Faith Talk from, all right? So far we've had a lot of guests from all over the world tuning in, so we want to know where you are streaming from tonight. Bella Maya, we have comments already, say we look fab tonight. Thank you so much. Yes, darling, we were here for you. I'm so proud. So the comments are coming in really early. I'm going to get to it, but I want to get on Lynricia very quick. So I want to welcome Lynricia tonight. Right, thank you. Let us know where you're streaming from with us tonight. Send the flag. Thank you, Bella. Send the flag and send your location. I would love to know where you're streaming from tonight. So welcome, Lynricia, everyone. You would have seen me post a story about her, well, just a little script about her testimony and her story. And I know that everyone is very curious to know where she is right now in her life. Of course, looking at her on this couch, she does not look like anything I posted. So it appears as if it's not true, but it is very true. And so tonight, she's here tonight to share with us exactly what took place in her life. So welcome, Lynricia, to Faith Talk.
Thank you, Creeper. Thank you for having me.
Yes, how does it feel to be on the couch?
I'm excited. I'm ready to get it over with. You know, let's do this. You know, let's have some fun. And thank you for having me again.
Yes, God bless you. So tell us, Lynricia, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Lynricia Josey?
Lynricia Josey. Where do I start? I'm a beautiful young lady. I'm very outgoing. I'm very lovable. I'm adventurous. That's what I would say. I'm a full attendant. Flight attendant, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Also a full-time student at Bahamas Baptist College. I'm majoring in Human Resources Management. And yeah, that's me. I'm here tonight to share my story with other people. I'm hoping that it actually touches the lives of somebody tonight, and that's the reason why I'm here. I'm hoping that it touched the life of a young lady who's going through what I went through, or anybody who wants to speak up. Let's talk. Let's get it over with.
Let's break the silence.
Yes,
that is why we are here tonight. This is awesome. Quickly, I just want to read these comments quickly. Kay is here. She says, my maid of honor. Love you, Risha. Lauren says, my son's godmother. We love you, Riri.
Love you too.
Bella says she's putting on her headphones. Yes, put on the headphones. Put on the headphones. So we're going to get right into it, Risha. Tell us about your mother and your father. You said that your father was absent, and at the age of 5, some things began to happen. Talk to us about that.
Okay, that was a very tough time in my life. Starting off from a young lady. I grew up with a single mother. My dad, he was there until I was about 5, and he left. That was a very hard time for me because, being a young lady who thrives on affection and love, that's something that I needed. And the fact that, the love of a father wasn't there, it's something that I wanted. And my mom being a single mother and being the only one there for me, and watching her be the only person, to go there and strive to bring home, what it is that I need. You understand what I'm saying? It was very rough, and because of that, I lacked a lot of things. And I went through depression. I had low self-esteem. I battled with a lot of things. You understand? A lot of people, they looked at me and they said, hey, this girl is not doing anything. I tried to reach out to a lot of people, and nobody, everyone's like, oh, she's lying. That's not true. I encountered a family member, bothering with me. You understand? I don't want to go into details.
Yeah, you don't have to go into details.
I'm going to get emotional about it. But at the age of 5, I was bothered with by a family member, and not at the only age of 5, growing up as well in my teenage years, and even up to high school, I still had family members. I came to the point where I started to think that, this is who I am, like, this is what family does. Like,
so pause right there, Lynricia. I want to ask you some questions quickly. At the age of 5, like, how did it feel? Did you know that it was wrong? And how did you feel? I mean, did you ever tell your mom? Like, talk to us about that.
No, I didn't feel that it was wrong, because the person who it was somebody who the family loved, who people respected, and I thought that that's what love is. You understand? Because being a young lady, I don't know what it is. I was just 5 years old. Right. My mom she would always ask me, Risha, if anybody was to ever bother with you or put their hands on you, could you please tell me? You know, and I would always tell her, no, mommy, no, which it is. But I was so afraid because, you know, I don't know what the outcome would be. And like I said, I thought it was right, you know. I didn't know what was right from wrong. I was just 5 years old. And, you know, growing up, and like I said, having an encounter over and over, I started to think that that's what it's all about. You understand what I'm saying? And it happened. And the more it happened, it left me empty. I started going
at 5 years old.
Yeah, at 5 years old, and I started to get into relationships at a young age, being sexual active at a young age, and a lot of family members, they looked at me, they talked down on me, they called me fast, I got called being a chungaless, the worst names in the book I got called.
Wow.
And it affected me because, like I said, these are coming from family members, the people who are supposed to be there to protect you and love you, you know, and then hearing it from them, it affected me because I started to believe like that's who I am.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And it told on me because all the negative things that they were saying, it came to me and I started thinking, oh, she's nothing, you won't be nothing in Risha. And you know, that made me go into relationships looking, you know, for whatever it was I was missing.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was missing a lot. It goes a long way. It goes a long way, trust me. And like I said, I've been in relationship with guys whereas they, because of what I went through, they took advantage of me because I didn't know what I wanted, what I needed. They just took advantage of me. They hurt me with negative words, you know, abusive. But I never told anybody. I was always the type of person to keep everything in, and that's who I'm here now because I feel as though I'm moving into a new chapter of my life, and I want to get over everything that's pulling me. You understand?
Yes.
To move on to my new chapter, to be a new woman. To get there, and that's what I'm waiting on right now.
So in high school, I mean, with all of this going on, in high school, how were your grades and how did you relate to the other children with being exposed to sexual activities and all of that? And then you talked about it becoming a place where they wanted to pay you for sexual favors.
Yes.
Like, talk to us about that.
Yes, it did. It started to tell a toll on my grades because I started to take my mind off school and I just wanted to focus on boys, men, you understand what I'm saying, and being fulfilled. And I started partying, like that gap that I felt, I partied, I drank.
And what age was this, Lynricia?
In high school.
Wow.
Yes.
And where was your mom? Because I think you said to me that your mother basically battled with the same thing growing up as well. So how was she dealing with this and how was she for you at the time?
With rejection, you know, and fulfilling her purpose, you know, the same thing whereas people downing her, and you know, she experienced the same thing as well with self-esteem. And my mother, she was there for me, but I would never really open up to her and tell her everything, you know. Only certain things I would tell her. You know, she would always ask me, hey, is everything okay? Like I said, if anybody's bothering you, I would always tell her no. You know, even when it comes to my grades, she'd want to know, Risha, you know, what's going on, but she would never go in depth with me, you know. But and I hid a lot of things from her too because I was like kind of ashamed, you know, and I wouldn't really go into depth, like, you know, I really want to go too in depth, but I'm just highlighting, you know, stuff where people can really.
That's fine. The floor is yours.
Yes, communicate with me. And my mom, she was there for me through thick and thin. You know, she's basically like the only person who I had to rely on to be there for me. She was like my rock. You know, I looked at her for strength. She really struggled with me because she went through the same thing, you understand what I'm saying? Having to grow up with the self-esteem issues and fulfilling a purpose. And, you know, I was like on a road, like just looking for, it's just something. I was just empty and I was just looking for something. Like, I don't know.
You just don't know what it was.
I don't know what it was. Like, I tried to, like I said, I party. I do all these things to fulfill this gap in my heart, but I always like,
and it left you empty, like you go in and you come out worse than it was.
Yes, and like every situation I go in to try, like a therapy, like a therapist, like you do these things to make you feel better. And then when I do these things, I get over it, I get back, and then if you're feeling the same way again, like what's going on? I tried to reach out to my dad when I got older, hoping that we can build a relationship. and he just pushed me out and pushed me out every time.
Are you still journeying for that? Do you still want that?
Not no more, because like I told you, the new chaplain, and then my husband, he supported highly, since I've met him. I told him my story, and he's been with me from there, and he's encouraged me. He even tried to encourage my father and I to even get a better relationship, because that's what he's about,
Yes.
and that's why I'm so thankful for him, because everything that I lacked, like the spiritual guidance, that love, that affection, and he shows me everything, and that's why I'm so grateful for him, but again, going back to my father and I's relationship, I remember this Father's Day, like I really craved this, I really wanted this man attention so bad. When I see other females and their father, I would break down and cry, and I would be hurt, and I'd be like, God, why me? Like, it's so much inside of me, and like, I'm not this type of person. People talk bad about my name, people slandered my name, and I feel like these things people saying about me is not even true, and sorry,
It's fine.
and it hurt me. Like, sometimes all I ever wanted was like just my father to come and hug me and hold me.
Yes, it's okay. It's okay. Send some hearts across the screen for Lynricia. Please send some love. She's feeling a bit emotional. All she wanted was her father. She's talking about on a Father's Day in particular, it was an emptiness. She saw everyone seeing their dad, women with their dad, and that's all that she really, really wanted. And I can tell you, it's a lot of times people don't realize how important it is, and parents, and that's why I encourage people, when you have children, be there for them, because you scar them in a way, you damage them so much that you just don't know. And so now you're at a point where it doesn't really matter to you anymore, because you said you want to go on to another chapter. But I'm praying for you that one day your father will come and he will say, forgive me.
Yeah.
And you will just, because you were going to have kids.
Yes.
And, they're going to know Grampy and Grammy and all of that stuff. And regardless, you would just want to make amends with that. But so we're going to be very prayerful with that for you. People are sending a lot of love across the screen for you.
Hey,
McDonald Keishan is saying, be strong, babe.
Thank you.
Keandra says, love you, Risha.
Yes.
Lauren says, here for you,
Hey,
Riri.
Lauren.
They're sending all kind of hearts. I love this. So many people are here and they are loving you. So tell me, I want to ask you a question. It appears as if it's a generational curse somewhere there.
Yes.
Someone said it here, and I went to say the same thing to you, where cycles are being repeated. Your mother had the problem. You had this problem. One day Lynricia is going to have a kid and a child or two. What is your goal for them? You and your husband, like what is your focus? Because one of the things you don't want to happen is cycles to be repeated.
Yes, and that's something I noticed, and that's one of the main reasons why I choose to speak my truth, so other people can know, because there's a lot of people out there who's quiet, and sometimes, like you said, that the generational curses, and it has to be stopped.
Yes.
And I don't want it to fall on my kids. My husband doesn't want it to fall on my kids, and that's why we pray and we ask God to please guide us and protect us, cover us, cover our family, because we realize, and a lot of people, our mentors, they tell us, hey, do you know that the story that you have to tell, it's there for the family, it's there for other young people, and it's for everybody to see, and that's why I'm really doing it. And my mom, when she went through, and then I had to go through it, and then I feel as though I'm the one, like God positioned me to be the one to actually break the cycle. You understand what I'm saying?
The generational curse breaker.
Yes.
That is you.
Yes.
Yes.
And even in terms, I told you about dating, about me having a relationship.
Yes, we're gonna get there too.
Yeah.
We're gonna get there too. So you're breaking the cycle. You're breaking the curse. I wanted to ask you a question, but let's go back to the relationship. You said you entered a relationship somewhere in your early stages. It did more damage to you than good.
Yes.
Talk to us about that relationship.
Okay. It was my first love. Oh my.
Oh wow.
I was really extremely in love with this guy, and I was young as well, I didn't really know what love really was up to now, if I could say, back there, but in being in a relationship, he was much older than I was, and he basically put my spirits down much more, made me feel less than who I am, talked down on me, even his friends, his friends tried to talk to me, come on to me, and then went back to him. And so he put that back on me. He started like calling me names, even physical, like it's just crazy.
Physical abuse.
Yes, and even mental, emotional, everything. He cheated and cheated. I saw it. Like it's just and it's like, hold on, this is who I'm in love with. And then coming from being hurt from 5 years old, then my daddy rejected me, and then my first love, and then him. Like it's just crazy. Like we departed, we broke up, and then I was left empty all over again. Another time, I was like, oh, what is it? Like every time I tried to put my heart into something to express, to flourish, it always comes there where it breaks. Like nothing wants to keep my heart. And up to now, I'm still challenging that. Everything I put my hand to, like something always breaks me and take me back. Like trying to keep me from fulfilling my purpose and understanding like my true worth, who I am. And that's what I dealt with, and I've cried and I've cried. How my therapist that helped me through my journey was writing. I had a book, and I would write in this book every detail about my life. I would pray, I would get my Bible, and I write everything. Now, no one noticed that I always had a personal relationship with God. Yes. Nobody knew. Because I was always a happy person despite what I go through. I'm not those type of people who walk around putting my burdens on people. You
kept it to yourself.
I kept it to myself.
You and God.
Yes. And I would write everything down. Despite it all, I still stay strong and make other people happy. And I was like, God, why me? You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm not a bad person. I have good intention for people. I help people. I support people. And it's like everything that I give, I don't get in return. Like
it was like a puzzle.
Yes,
you just couldn't understand what was going on. But excuse me. But you said that you was in this relationship, and he didn't give you some information about him being involved.
Yes,
he was married, and the wife started to. You talked about witchcraft and all that. Talk about that for us. That there. Talk about that for us.
Yes, this is crazy. This happened when I came out of school. I dated this guy. Like I said, I was empty, broken, not knowing what love really is. Never had someone to really tell me, "Oh, you're beautiful." Tell me all the things that a young lady should hear. Knowing that I didn't have it from a father. That's who you're supposed. As a daughter, every father-daughter bond is. How that go, and that's what I always wanted. So lacking that love, I met an older guy. He was like twice my age. And that comfort, that something to feel secure, that's what he gave me. And I felt it, and he helped me. I was in school, he helped me with my school. Like he taught me a lot of things, and I felt love.
So he was now replacing the father. He was like a father figure.
Yes, he was like a father figure for me.
All right.
Everything that I lacked, he filled that. And I told him my story, and I feel as though that's another reason why he probably treated me that way. Not knowing, when I first met him, he told me that he was in a process of a divorce. I would never ever, get into I'm not that type of person.
Yes.
But it happened, for what reason I don't know. But it happened, and comes to find out a year or two later after dating him, I found out that it was all a lie. That him and his wife is actually still together. They're still living together. They're still in a full-blown marriage.
Wow.
Until I found out I don't know how she got my number, but she started calling my phone. She's a non-Bahamian, and she started saying how she went to witchcraft, how she went home to do all this wicked stuff to me, and that I must leave, or she went into detail about the things that would happen to me. Wow. And that really hurt me, because I was like, Lord, I'm a good person. Like, although I dated him, my intention was never to break up a happy home, or to do none of the negative things, like, destroy, that's what I'm saying? Yes. No, that wasn't of me. My intention was just love. Yes. That's all I wanted, just love. And he gave it to me, but he was lying, and I couldn't take it anymore. She called my phone, she started coming at my home, like she started just being aggressive. So
she was really dealing with some witchcraft stuff.
Yes, the woman, she called my phone, and she told me she went to the open man, and she's gonna do it, but she said it would not work. So the open man said it's not working, it won't work. That's what she told me.
Wow.
Yes. weeks, and all I could do was break down in tears. I was like, Lord, another tragedy. Like, what is it again? Like, every chapter, it was something, you know. And after that, I started to tell him, hey, I'm not interested anymore. I just want to focus on getting closer to God and focus on school. And he really carried me hard. Like, despite what she was putting me through, he didn't want me to leave. Like, he's...
Wow. But I mean, did you explain to this man that
yes,
I gotta get out of this because one, you lied to me, two, you're married, and two, your wife is about to send the old man after me. Oh my God.
Yes, and I started telling him, you know, just leave. You know, we didn't leave on a bad state. Like I said, he helped me a lot. He taught me a lot.
Right.
You know, so I respected that. You know, and I tried to leave on a good state. I asked him, you know, please, you know, let's leave, let's separate, we can be friends or whatever. But he didn't want it. Yes. You know, and then that's where I met my husband. We separated, and I met my husband. And my husband and I, my husband and I, we were friends before we went into a relationship. We were real close buddies. Wow. And I started to tell him about my relationship, and he started, my ex, the married guy, he started to get into a relationship with my husband and I when we were friends. He started calling my phone, trying to destroy what it is that God has in store for me, you know. And my husband, one thing, he didn't give up, he didn't care. He, you know, whatever it is, Lynricia, let it pass, because I'm here and you understand what I'm saying? I love you and we're going to make this work. Yes. You understand? And I'm going to continue praying, and God, whatever it is, God is going to allow it to work, because I know that you're for me and we're going to make this work. And from then, when I met my husband, we worked at the same, we had the same job. Mm-hmm. And like I said, we were friends and everything. We got really, really close. And then we went into a relationship and we fell in love with one another. And when we agreed that we wanted to get married, you know, we told our parents, and then the minute we said that we were going to get married, I lost my job of 4 years. So that was my first job out of high school. Yes. And that told on me again, like, Lord, like every chapter.
So I have a few questions for you. I don't want to cut you off. Mm-hmm. I want to read these comments, and then I have a question for you, Lynricia, because I know a lot of times, and this is the question, a lot of times when you are scarred from previous relationships, and when you are battling things like depression and low self-esteem and so much hurt, there's almost like a defense line that when the person that want to love you come in, you are more on that line where don't come too close, and you're very protective of yourself. I want you to talk to me about that, but just let me read some comments quickly.
No problem.
Lady T is saying, trust me, I know the feeling, the hurt is real. Be encouraged. I think she's talking about not having a father present. Bella says you will break it, and that's the curse. Be strong. Lady T says prayers, rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Kay says infatuation. Kay says lose a guy. So, Lady T says he was your first, but God saved you for the best love. Your husband, learning experiences. McDonald Kishan says you always loved to write. Juju is here. Hey Ju, she's hailing you. Lauren says, oh my God, I'm listening to you, and I so can relate. You are so brave. You are encouraging me and giving me confidence. Juju is saying, my goodness, a real witch. Keandra says, God bless you for your bravery, hon. You are helping so many women with your testimony. Adeline is here from last week. Hey, Adeline. She says, I'm late, but she's here. Miss Beautiful Braun says, God has his hands upon you. Tiny says, wow, goosebumps. I'm just listening to you. As Nail Bar says, a huge blessing is near for you, Ricia.
That's my nail tag.
Oh, wow. Juju says, right in the Bahamas, man. God bless you for surviving this. Anastasia says, your story is so powerful, Lynricia. Lady T says, as I said, that's God's best love. Saved it just for you, your husband. Liana says, wow, God is awesome. And Beautiful Hair Boutique says, God is in control, be strong. So just before I read the comments, I said something to you, because it is something that I once experienced as well. When you come from so much hurt, you don't know how to receive real love. How was that for you, meeting the man that God really had for you?
Oh my God, yes, that happened to me, all of it. I actually blocked my heart out from love. After all of the hurt and pain, I started to get this tough outer cover. Everybody sees me as this tough person. I even blocked myself out from certain things. And then when I met my husband, he realized it. You know, after me telling him everything, he's like, Lynricia, you have to let this wall down in order for me to love you how I want to love you. Wow. And I still won't let him in. I keep, you know, I would talk and we would talk, but I still would cover myself.
Yes,
like,
I know.
I'm scared. If I let this person in again, Lord, is they going to hurt me? Because that's all I know, just to hurt all the time. Is this one genuine, God? Is this from you? Because I started praying, and I go on my knees and I said, Lord, please, I don't want to encounter another tragedy in my life again. I cannot. My heart can't take no more.
That's it.
I'd rather be single, just accomplish my goals on my own, do what I have to do by myself, and then, be bad all by yourself.
That's right. I could do bad all by myself. Yeah.
And he begged me to put that wall down, and I would not put it down. I would not put it down. I'd fallen in love with him and still not putting it down.
I know, but I know, Lynricia, like, so that part of it, I know about it, because like I said, when I got in with my husband, I could remember I was pushing, like really pushing him one day, and he was like, you gotta stop this, because I really don't know, like, unlike you, I did not share my story, but he somehow, he found out, and I think it's instinct that this woman had some trouble in the past, because I just had this wall up, and I could not receive, and it's like everything he would say to me, I would be like, it's a lie.
Yes. Oh my God.
Like everything he would say to me, he was like, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and that's not true.
Yes, yes.
But all he wanted to do was just to love me, and one day it got so bad that he said, look, I'm never going to put my hands on you. So I don't know what you're used to, but whenever I put my hands on you, it's just to love you.
Yes.
I'm not here to do anything to you. And so I was able to breathe a little bit more. So I'm kind of feeling you on this couch right now. So when did you put the wall down?
After, I think when he started to get serious and he started to tell my family that, hey, I want to marry her. And that was something I never thought would happen to me. I never thought that I never saw myself as the type to who would ever get married, because like I tell you, after everything that I went through, being exposed to sex at an early age, all of this made me feel as though I'm not worth it of a husband. And I started telling myself, Lynricia, you never, just ain't for you, marriage just ain't for you, you're never gonna have a husband. I just started down on my own self, and then he came and he started telling me, like what you said, stop it, just allow me to love you, I'm not gonna hurt you.
Yes.
He knew that only time would fix it, and that's what happened. As time grew by and I started to realize, hey, this guy actually really loves me. So I started slowly, even up to now, I still ask him, I said, babe, are you sure you still do?
Oh my God. Well, you asked that question. I asked the question. I think my question is always, why you love me?
Yeah.
Why did you fall in love with me? And I think it is just something, because you've been scarred. I don't know if you ever let go. I don't know if the enemy just tries to continually to remind you of it, and that's something I'm praying about too. That I could just forget about it, and too. Just like do what you're doing, and just share it as a testimony, and just allow my husband to like just really like stop asking me that, right? Oh wow! But I'm feeling you. Yeah. I'm feeling you. So eventually now, your husband came in there, and he almost like filled the void, the father.
Yes.
He erased kind of a lot of things that was in your mind, complimenting you, and
the affection, the love, everything that I lacked. Like he just came and he just understood me, like, because I'm a type of person. My personality, like, it's like I can't explain it, but I have a different personality. Like, I'm very outgoing. Like how you told me when we spoke, you told me that you can relate to a lot of people, and I'm the same way. Like, I relate to a lot of people. Probably, I don't know if it's because where I've seen so much and I've been through so much. Like, I could relate to a lot of hurt and pain, and that's what I went through, and my husband, oh my God. He's a great guy.
I know. I could say, well, everyone, I had a little opportunity to meet Mr. Josey, Lynricia's husband, very briefly. He came to drop her off early, and I said to him that she looks so beautiful tonight. It looks like he can remarry her all over again. And he was like, yes, I can. And he was like, please make sure I can get my wife. Like, he's in love. He's so sociable. He said love you before he left.
Yes.
And that is really what, my God, he's God sent.
Yes,
he is God. Like, I picked up a really beautiful spirit.
Yes,
so
he is.
how long? And I'm not gonna break it, but I'm gonna post a picture of Lynricia and her husband on their wedding day. When I post the photos tonight, and you are gonna see that God was really in the midst of that union, because when she sent that photo to me, I was like, Yeah. This was the man for you. And the photographer captured every moment.
He even thought he would send us a symbol.
That's why I'm not going to talk it. Don't talk it. I want these people to see that this was true love.
Yeah.
So Lynricia, talk to us. Everyone that would have hurt you in the past sexually, are these people still around? Do you talk to them? Are they distant? How is the relationship?
Okay, as for me, I'm a very forgiving person. Despite they hurt me, I've forgiven them, you know, because I started to blame myself for it, you know, which wasn't right. But I've moved on, and I do see these people, you know, and I don't feel no way about it because I pray about it, and I'm over it, and I know God's going to deal with them, you know, and that's what I live off, and I tend not to harden my heart. Because if I could go back to that time, if I had the wisdom and the understanding to know what it was, I would. You understand? I would take it all back. And as for me growing up, looking at, it made me like more forward than the normal girl my age, you know. And I wanted to relate to other young women like myself, my age, and I could never connect. Like a young girl who my age who just. You know, just who never went, I could never relate.
You were way ahead.
Yes, I was way ahead. The conversations, the things I do, the way I think, the people I communicate with, I always communicated with older women, and I could never connect. And I always craved it because I always had I always felt like a little child inside, and I still have that feeling inside. Like I just want to just jump out and be happy and be free, you know, free from everything, the attacks from the enemy.
I think that's happening now.
Yes.
It's happening right now because you're releasing the story.
Uh-huh.
I want you to share a little bit of motivation to the audience tonight, Lynricia, of women that may have children. And you don't have a child as yet.
No.
But what is some advice that you would give to females? Because, you know, a lot of times we leave our girl children.
Yes.
And we believe that family members they're going to look out for us. Give us some knowledge on that. Like, tell us, what are the do's and the don'ts? Because it happened to you. So obviously you were in the care of some people because you were young.
Yes.
So what are some things that you will tell a mother right now who's watching that have girl children and even boys? Because it's molestation is just across the board.
Yes.
What knowledge would you pass on to us not to do and things that you should look out for, behaviors and all of that stuff? Talk to us.
Well, you know, we live in a society whereas a lot of the homes, they're dominant, you know, like they're more female dominant. The female takes care of the home, so the mothers are out working, trying to provide for their kids, leaving the child alone with a caretaker, a family. You never know what this other person is about and what they're going to bring to your home.
Right.
You know, so I would advise mothers out there to build a relationship as strong as possible with your daughters, sons as well, because it can happen to men as well. And I know situations where that happen as well. But I would encourage mothers to have an open relationship with your daughters. You know, fathers as well. I hope men are here watching too.
Men are here.
You know, build that relationship with your daughter, especially because women, girls, we tend to take on more than a male. I mean, the enemy tends to attack us more. I don't know why, but the enemy tends to attack us more. So I would encourage women to protect their daughters more, be in more of a close relationship with them. I would encourage young ladies to wait. You understand what I'm saying? If a family member, anybody, not just a family member, is bothering you, please tell somebody, because it can have a major effect on you in your later days. You know what it is? Someone's bothering you, messing with you, and you keeping all that inside, balling up, and you never tell them. That can send you crazy. Wow. You know, so I just encourage young ladies as well to, you know, speak up, you know, not stop keeping everything inside, you know, take some time to grow, you know, enjoy your youth, be a girly girl, you know, that's I would say be a girly girl, don't rush to be a woman, with a husband, you know, I feel as though marriage, I might got married at a young age, but I don't regret anything, but I would recommend other young women to, you know, seek a partner for marriage, you know, not just to be in a relationship, but find someone who's going to love you for you, you know, and not take your life out of alignment that the purpose that God has for you. Find a man who's going to invest in you and help you to reach a higher purpose, to be the person that you need to be, you know, because we as women, we have daughters and sons, we have godchildren, we have nieces and nephews who's watching us, the way we carry ourselves, the things that we do, the things that we say.
Yes.
You know, so all of that plays a major role in being a woman, and stuff like that. So I would encourage young ladies to please speak up. It doesn't even have to be family members, even young men, if you're in a relationship and you telling this young man no and he's going forward, tell your parents, tell a guardian, whoever it is, because...
But what if they run into what you ran into? You said that you tried to speak up at some point. You went to spiritual leaders, you went all over the place, and everyone literally turned you around. Like, what happened there? Like,
okay, because like I always tell you, like, I have a person, like, I never showed my problems never showed on me. I was always a happy, bubbly person, despite my heart never hardened to love, like, you understand, like, being a happy person. I was always happy and bubbly, so that would really I built on, so that's what I dealt with. I'm sorry, repeat what you said. I'm so caught up right.
No, that's fine. We're just flowing. Like, I so caught up into you right now, Lynricia. I don't even know what I'm going to do. Let me read some comments.
Okay.
And then we will come back, because I'm just here tuning right into everything you're saying. For prayer will change anything, babe. That's what Kay is saying. Love you, girl. You're making me very proud. Magdala is here. Hey, Magdala. She says she's late, but you're here. Bella says, look at God. Kay says, the devil is so busy. He comes to steal your joy. Beautiful says, amen. Love is a beautiful thing. God is amazing. Miss Unique says, God is great. Bodisha says, hello. Hello, Bodisha. Lady T says, Lord, me too. I'm very forgiven, but I just let it go. Amen. Beautiful says, I can relate to the friendship with a lot of older women thing. Juju says, so true. Daughters and sons. Bella says, oh, wow. Kay says, women need to stop keeping their daughters away from their fathers as well. Beautiful says, yes. Lauren says, Lynricia always had this laugh from day one and always in high spirit no matter what.
I agree.
That is amazing. You kept a smile on your face and through it all. And people are here watching that did not even know some of the things that you were going through. So I know that they're really, really amazed. But someone is saying something, mothers are not to keep their daughters away from, women need to stop keeping their daughters away from their fathers as well. How do you feel about that? I believe that sometimes people get caught up into, if we ain't got nothing, then you don't need to see.
You don't need to see.
Well, it damages the child.
Yes.
Because, from my personal experience, I know that when I came out of my first marriage, one of the things I said in the divorce court was, I don't want anything. And I'm never going to stop you from having a relationship with your daughter. Because the kids are going to grow up.
Yes.
And then they will begin to build their own, perception of the man. They will know if he's a low down, if he's no good. But you shouldn't feed that in them. And you should encourage, the relationship. Unlike yours, you want that.
Yes.
And you don't have that.
No, and my mom, because she probably was kind of angry with him as well, because how he treated me. And for some reason, I always, no matter how he treated me, I always say, my daddy, my daddy, my daddy. She's like, little girl, you can't say your daddy, just, there's not there for you. Just leave it alone. You're going to upset yourself. And she just started, like, telling me things like, he's not good, saying, like, making me hate him. And, you understand? And, like, that would really, like, started to make me be angry and bitter. And bitter because, like, why, like, my mom, she's telling me these things, and she's the only person who I'm depending on, and she's telling me that, so that's like, hold on, my dad's not there for me as well, and my mommy telling me these hurtful things, hateful things, so, that's more to take on, and it goes in depth, but, maybe next time I can, but it's a lot. It's a lot, trust me, and I'm feeling overwhelmed right now with so much. Yes,
that's fine. So your mom and your relationship, what is your relationship like with your mother?
My mom, we're still close. We're basically like sisters, because she.
But now she knows the story.
Yeah, she knows.
How did she feel when you told her the story?
What I did, like a year and a half ago, I was going through something. I was reading and praying, and I was getting more in depth with myself, discovering my purpose and understanding who I really am as a person. And I felt as though it was her, like I needed to connect with her because, with her, because of the hurt and pain she went through, she said hurtful things to me too. She did some things to me as well, you know, with her having to deal with it, I brought a daughter into this world. You know, her father, you know, she take it on too, so she started to take it on with me.
Right.
But we got over that. We apologized to one another, and I wrote this long letter, about 4 pages, expressing myself to her and telling her everything. You know, I tell her what I went through. You know, I tell her my testimony. She cried and she told me she didn't know that I was going through all these things. You know?
Right.
She didn't know I was as strong as I am. You understand what I'm saying? She didn't know, because like I said, I always hid my battles with a smile and a laugh. You know, so she didn't know. And when I opened up to her, she was like, wow, she went through all these things that will let me know I'm the only person, you know, in your life, and I'm supposed to know all these things, you know. But you know, you don't want to crowd mom up with everything, because mom already went through a lot of things on her own.
Yes.
And then to take it home, because I'm the only child, to take that home, only child is going through all these things. Where have I been? And I don't want her to feel that she was not a fit mother. You know, because if I, you know, she would feel as though she's not a fit mother, but she was a fit mother. But just that all the things that I encountered, I started to take an effect. And I started, like I told you, I started partying, I started drinking, you know, taking my problems out on other things. You understand?
So who would give you these drinks? Because you were in school, or you would go to the bar and buy these drinks. Oh Lord.
And I would go out and
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I came to the realization that no matter how much I party, how much I drink, like, it just won't make me feel
It won't
better.
go away.
It won't make me feel
It
better.
won't go away. Give her juice. It
The
won't go away.
emptiness still was there, you know, and I just tried and I tried with dating, and it's still nothing filled that void.
Wow.
You know, like.
But it's a serious thing, even up to that witchcraft thing got me twisted all over places. I'm trying to figure out, the lady located you, and the witchcraft thing.
Yeah.
Give us some insight, Lynricia, on, you know, after you would have discovered that he was married, and the wife located you, and she started making threats towards you now. What is something, you said to me that is something that you wish you never did.
Yes.
That was the worst thing that ever happened to you. Just shed some light on someone may be dealing with a similar situation. They may be aware. They may be aware. They may be battling. What are your views on that?
First of all, I don't believe in dating a married man. I don't know how I got myself caught up in that situation, and I totally regret it. If I could rewind time, I would never do it again. You know, because now I'm married, and if someone was to ever try to affect my marriage, you know, I would be hurt. You understand? So I would recommend women, like, you know, if you're dating a married man, just stop, because the consequences, and you know, it's you getting into something that is of God. You understand what I'm saying? And to try to get into a relationship between men can lie, men can say things. Oh, I'm not, you know, but be true to yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Be true to, put yourself in someone else's shoe. If it's you wouldn't want someone to get in the way of your marriage. You understand? So I would encourage women to, you know, just wait and find a single partner. Find someone that's going to love you for you. And a married man that's going to tell you that he loves you. It isn't love, because a man of God, he won't allow you to put yourself in a situation. You understand what I'm saying? So I would, like I said, I would encourage other women to not get into that, because what I went through with his wife, she threatened me. Oh my God, all of the worst things.
Oh boy.
And I know I didn't deserve it, because I was not a bad person. I didn't intentionally date him to say, oh, I'm going to ruin the whole.
But you were unaware.
I was unaware of it. And he started lying to me, telling me that the divorce is the pay-per-view final and this and that. So I started to get curious. Why is nothing ending? Can I see some papers?
Right.
Can I see some, you know, can I see something? And he could never show me proof of anything. So that's when I started to realize, Lynricia, this man is paying you for a fool. You know, he's lying to you. You're not deserving of it, you know. And I have a girlfriend. She always praying for me. She's in step with me, and I open up to her, and I told her, I said, hey, I'm dating this married man, and I keep having like these negative feelings come over me.
Right.
You know, like Lynricia, like God is just telling me, get out of it, Lynricia, get out of it.
So you confided in someone.
Yes.
Right.
And she prayed for me, and she said she went to her pastor, and because I started visiting in her church, and her pastor sent a message to me to say, Lynricia, get out of it.
Wow.
Get out of that.
Right.
Yes. Like when he prayed over my life, God sent him a message to tell me
to get out. Wow.
Get out at that moment.
Wow.
To get out, yes.
And you took heed immediately?
Yes, I took heed immediately after, because I was already feeling guilty, and like God is already touching my life and saying, we should get out of this. You didn't learn what you needed to learn. You know, that's all it was, what it was for. You know, get out of it. You realize now that, oh, something happened there. That's the enemy again. You see.
iPad storage full. He was still on.
You know,
we're still here. Okay.
Get out of it. You know, and she sent me that message, and it wouldn't come from her. It came from a man of God, telling her to tell me, get out of it. So I took heed, and I started to tell him, hey, I can't deal with this anymore. He begged me, and you know, it's just like, I know that was like another roadblock for me, and then again for me to determine who I really am and to block me, because I know it wasn't something that in my heart, it's something I would never do. It's not of my character. And when I look back, and sometimes I cry, and I ask God, like, if I would ever do it again, Lord, I am so sorry for ever in my life ever dating a married man. You know, and even the things that I went through, you know, sometimes I cry about it, because I like, God, like, did I cause this? Did I carry myself in a manner to be treated this way? Like, you understand? Like, I started to feel like this is who I am. Like, you know, and then like there's always, and then there was something in my heart that's so bubbly, and they just love and laugh. I just want to get out. And I said, Lynricia, hold on now. Who are you speaking? Who are you listening to? You listening to your mind, or are you listening to your heart? And then that's when I knew that I have to start building a relationship with this, my heart.
Yes.
And that's when everything started changing for me, started working out for me.
Right.
When I started listening to my heart and not my mind, I started doing things not to please people, but to please myself. Right. You know, and I just wanted to encourage people, you know, to be bold, to be fearless. Like I always say, you know, if there's anything that you're in fear of, get over it, because sometimes your most glorious blessings are behind your fear. Yes. You know, once you get over that fear, trust me, whatever you're asking for and praying for is right behind it. It's right there. It's right behind it, and that's why it's fear, because fear is of the devil. It's not of God. That's right. God don't put fear into people, into man. That's right. So when you see fear come, that is enemy blocking you from getting to where you need to go. And that's a journey I'm on right now. Yes. And this is one of the reasons why I choose to tell my story, because it's something that I fear that people would judge me, people would talk about me. But I'm used to it. I'm used to people saying negative things about my life. The things people spoke over my life, you wouldn't understand the things people spoke over me. And sometimes people say it in my face and tell me hurtful things. But I didn't really care, because I know who I am in my heart. You understand? And I never allowed myself to get bitter and depressed and, you know, worrying about what people say. So that's why right now I'm sharing my testimony, not to seek attention. You know, it's not for attention, but it's to help other people. You know, because I sat down and I've listened to other young ladies talk about their stories as well, and I can relate. You know, and I'm like, Lord, I know how it feels, so why can't I be the brave one? Everybody wants to keep inside. Yes. So why, you know, use me, God. You understand? Yes. Help me to help other people. And even right now, I always wanted to start my own non-charitable organization to help young ladies. Go for it. I've only written it down in the book. I've jotted down my whole plan. The name is Hidden Crowns. Wow. And I want to encourage soon, like I said, getting over my fears, and I'm being brave now, I'm being bold. You are courageous. So right now, that's what I'm working on. I've never put it in the open air, you know, but that's something I want to work on. I know that God is going to open the door for me, and that's why I'm here, and I'm so thankful for being here tonight, because I'm able to, like, I feel like a fresh air, like I feel good, like I feel calm, like I feel like just something is like, I feel refreshed. I went to ask you, what is, you know, you're breaking the silence now, but when did you realize that you were able to smile and really smile for real? I mean, really, you got married and all of that, but when did you realize that you were able to really smile? Okay, after I broke up with the Mara guy, while I was dating him, like I told you, I felt the fear of God over my life, His hand on my life. So I started to write down and pray and, you know, cover myself, and I started to realize my worth, and, you know, I just started to feel good about myself, because I'm very ambitious, and once I put my mind to something, I go after it. You know, I've always been thriving, and I started to see these qualities in me, and I'm like, Lynricia, you have so much good qualities. Why aren't you using those qualities? Why aren't you expressing yourself how you want to be seen?
Yes.
You know, how you want to be heard. You know, stop being what everybody spoke of your life,
Right.
but you started to believe in who you are.
Right.
Express who you are inside.
Yes.
You know, and the minute you do that, you would flourish.
Yes.
And you would start feeling better. You would do better, and that's what I started doing. I started feeling good. I started doing things for myself with school-wise. My grades started getting better. Yes, everything just started turning around for me, and I just started doing things. I started traveling, like everything just started, just turning for the good for me, because I started to believe in myself. And then that's when God put something in my spirit. He started to tell me, Lynricia, do you know that you had control over your life a long time ago?
A long time ago.
Why you just started to be obedient and just started listening to me? I love you, just take a hold of me. And I know His hand is on my life, and I know that He wants to take me to higher heights. He wants to do some things for me. I know it. Because I dream of it, and I feel it deep in my heart that He wants to do things for me. And He said, in order for you, Lynricia, in order for me to take you where you need to go, and to release you from those burdens of your past, your trials and your tribulations, you're going to have to share this with somebody else. You're going to have to share the story.
Yes.
You have to let everybody know why is it, what is it, why you went through what you went through,
Yes.
and what is it for. Sometimes in life, like, we just go forward, just taking like day by day, not worrying, not living. You understand? Not living purposefully. Sometimes you just, it happened, so what? I'll just be mad at the world. No, God doesn't want you to be like that. He wants you to be happy, loving. Not walk around bitter. I hate this one. I hate this one.
Yes.
Just because of what you went through.
Yes.
There are females and males whose story were deep in their minds, who could have thought,
That's right.
why I
That's
can't
right.
express myself and help someone. Maybe
That's
someone's there who's looking up to me and I don't know.
That's right.
So maybe I need to help that person. I don't know who they are, but maybe I can help them.
And I hope that they are here tonight.
Yes.
I hope that someone is here tonight and is being healed by your story, Lynricia, because like I always say to people, everything that you've been through, God knew that He was able to trust you and trust you enough to know that when you overcame, that you would be bold enough
Yes.
to do what you're doing now. I think a lot of times we are not delivered from things because we are afraid to talk about it. And one of the things that I did with coming to grips with everything that happened to me in the past, abusive relationships and divorce and all of that stuff, is like I forgave the people. And I don't have anything against them. I love them with the love of God. Like I really do.
Yes.
I forgive them. But you know what? I got to a place where I said, you know what? You got to forgive yourself. Because you kind of allowed some of the things to happen to you because you made these decisions.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so when you said that God literally said to you that you had control, you did. I don't know how much control you had at age 5.
No.
Because, you were pretty young and
Yes.
you did not know and you were just accepting whatever. But when it came a point in your life when you did know. You did know.
Yes.
And you were in control from that.
Yes.
And like you said, you never spoke it.
No.
You were in control by talking
By
it.
talking.
And you did not do that. But now you're doing it here tonight. And I'm feeling really good for you, Lynricia, in my spirit. Like I'm feeling like really, 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 really good for you.
I am.
When did it really hit you? I don't know if we asked this question. For you to really, you said you posted on Facebook about a month ago.
Yeah.
You shared your story. Because I never knew you.
Uh-huh.
So somebody somewhere had to see your story.
Yes.
So tell us about the day you were literally typing that, to post that on Facebook, where people sometimes don't see it as she's sharing, but they see it as, oh my God, like really?
Yes.
Like for true?
And
Like,
I know.
How did you feel like getting ready to post it there?
Oh, actually when I posted I was crying.
How?
Somebody had said something to me and it hurt me. I was like, and they wanted me to react differently towards them, and I was like, Lord, you know I'm going to be humble towards this person.
Yes.
Because I know what I went through to get me to this point, and they don't know. So I just asked God to please to deliver me. And that night I was crying. I was like, Lord, I'm over it, and I started to feel overwhelmed. So I just started typing. I said, hold on, I feel as though like something heavy on my spirit. Lord, let me just share, share this testimony with someone. And it was at night, and in just a matter of seconds, I got like hundreds.
Hey.
In a matter of seconds, I had likes and loves, because people telling me, oh, Lynricia, I never thought that you went through this. Like, you're so beautiful and bubbly. Like, you went through this?
Yes.
Never. You who always telling people, encouraging people,
Yes.
and you're the one actually going through all of these things.
Yes.
And I shared it, and like I told you, my girlfriend, Aslan, who's connected now,
yes.
she connected with me. She's like, oh my God, Lynricia, she started, we started connecting with each other. A few of my other girlfriends, they started connecting with me. Even some people who I never thought would even talk to me shared their testimony. Older women telling me that I'm brave. I even had some family members told me that I shouldn't have put it up, that it was wrong, that it might make my family look bad and all of that. But I said, this isn't their story, this is my story, this is my life.
And then you have to find peace within yourself. Like you're probably being tortured. I know probably there was a thing in there saying you gotta do it, and you probably being tortured about it. Yeah,
that's what it was. It's something was saying, you should get this off your chest.
Yes.
But then you're saying on the other end, don't do it because it's how your family's gonna look, how people's gonna view your family. But I was like, this is not for my family anymore. When I cried and needed help and all these things, where was everybody now that I'm trying to discover my truth and be who I am? Everybody has a part now to say how they feel. It's not fair. So I shared it, I connected with her, and she spoke with me. We shared our testimonies, and then I think she was appearing on your show, and she recommended, she said, hey Lynricia, and she told me, she said, Lynricia, I think you would fit perfect,
Yes.
And then after we connected and we shared our testimony, and I've been praying ever since. I said, Lord, if this is of you, allow it to be, you understand, because it's not something that I reached out for, it came to me. So, that means it's of you, because if it isn't of you, you wouldn't allow it,
Yes.
And I've prayed and I've asked God. I said, and he dropped in my spirit, he said, Lynricia, this right here, what you're doing right now, this is your story right now. You're revealing, you're actually being yourself, you're speaking up, and you can say we're not silent anymore.
No, we're not silent anymore. And then I see a book, I see you writing a book. I don't know if the book could be breaking the silence or something. I believe that seriously, you can write a book and the book can help so many people, because there's so much that you won't be able to say it tonight.
Yes.
But because I'll tell you, I learned during my journey that everything I wrote was literally the story.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So all those things you've been writing, all of your emotions.
Yes.
I think I had a past guest on my show. Her name is Zemi, and she talked about everything she dealt with. She journaled it.
Yes.
And then she turned it into a poem. So she has a book about all of her feelings.
Wow.
Because that is how she felt.
Yes.
So you got to look into that, because
Yes.
it's a book. I mean, maybe you've never thought about it, but everything you won't be able to say it tonight.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And so someone's going to need to
Yes.
really hear more. And I see a book. But Juju is saying your character was being tested greatly. Wow. Lady T says, turn faith into faith. Be bold in your blessings. A lot of people are here. Bella says, tell your story. Someone needs to hear it. Mesquite, I always get that wrong. I think, is your name Megan? I think it is. I always get it wrong. Ladies, you both look beautiful tonight. Thank you so much. Bordisha says, I need to share my story, how I caught another woman in my bed. Oh, Lord. Beautiful Hair Boutique says, we are blessed when we share our testimony. Billy is here. Hey, Billy. Adeline, Aslan. I always get them mixed up. And all of you went to the same school.
Yeah,
what is going on? Wow. Aslan is here, and she says, so happy to see you here sharing your story, your testimony. You are a strong woman. Magdala says, can you summarize the story, please? So I hope, and we're counting down. So we got to see if she can summarize the story. In the meantime, probably we're counting down. I might probably let her do it briefly, quickly when we come back. But make sure let us know where you're streaming from, what part of the world you're streaming from here. Juju says, no Bahamian families have to stop this. No more cover-ups. The problem with society. Magdala says, I'm so lost because I'm late. That's okay. You can always catch it on YouTube, even if you don't get to summarize it, because it's a lot. And we only really had an hour tonight, all right? Beautiful says, high pride causes people to conceal things. And that is true.
That is so true.
That is true. You're so prideful because you're so concerned about what other people are going to say and, titles and all of that stuff. But you got to want to be delivered from this. And the only way is really sharing your story. But we're counting down. We will definitely be back. Send some love across the screen. Let us know where you're streaming from here tonight. I know, like I told you earlier, we have people from Orlando, New York, Turks and Caicos, the UK, Miami. I can name it. I could just go on and on. We've had people join us, and so it's very important for us to know where you're streaming from tonight, because I want people to see that the world is not a lonely place, and your story is reaching so many people out there, and that's the beautiful thing about it. Hey everyone, Magdala says Miami. Okay, we got Bimini in the house. Yeah, Skylar Faith is here tonight, everyone. People are hailing Sky. Okay, so Sky is not taking over the show tonight, everyone. We're focusing on Lynricia. So yeah, so we're gonna finish up. I'm not gonna allow Lynricia to summarize the story. You're gonna have to catch it on YouTube. My apologies, because it's so much. It's really, really wide. But I'm gonna let her basically close us out. You have an amazing husband. Your story ended extremely beautiful. I mean, I can't wait to post this photo so people can see what I am talking about. How God literally confirmed that this was the man for you. I am so happy that you're sharing your truth tonight. Like, I know that after tonight, you are going to feel so free, you know, and nobody, you know, don't be concerned about how people feel. You got to get it out there. So before we're going to wrap up, before I let you close me out, if you have any questions, quickly send them. I'm taking about 2 to 3 questions. Lynricia, where do you see yourself though with this story? Where do you see yourself, who do you see yourself inspiring? Where do you see yourself going, sharing this story?
Like I told you a few minutes ago, I would like to touch the lives of young women my age, between the ages of 15, 21, you know, helping them to build the courage to speak their truth, to help build with self-esteem, you know, living in the single mother homes. We have a lot of broken young ladies, you know, in terms of love, affection, all of these things. I'm hoping that in the future I can get my organization started, whereas I can bring on a team of young women who can help me, even young women with stories like myself who can relate, because I feel as though only women who are really relatable can really feel and understand what it is to go through. You understand? And once I start my organization, I would like to open up to young ladies to, like I said, help them with their self-esteem, and we can even help within the community, especially in the Bahamas, you know, because, and if it was to go international, then that's awesome, but in the Bahamas, we suffer from, a lot of women suffer from low self-esteem, depression, you know, like I said, growing in a single mother home, even in a single father home, you know, it's the same thing, you know, so I would encourage, and you said a few minutes ago with my book, I'm speaking that into existence.
Yes, the book. You gotta write a book. Someone here is saying quickly that your story will make a good movie for Tyler Perry.
Oh, wow.
So see, people are feeling this because they're watching and they're seeing what things that you may not have thought about. And so, you know, God is showing you even some things right now. But Lynricia, we have to wrap up. We are over our time. I'm so sorry, everyone, if you joined late. For joining. I'm going to let Lynricia close us out tonight, just with some encouraging words. Just close us out tonight. You found love, you've been hurt, you've been depressed, all of that stuff, but close us out tonight for someone that may be watching who's very, very secretive or really quiet right now about depression, low self-esteem, and all of that stuff.
Okay, everybody who's watching, I would just encourage you to speak up, you know, speak your truth, like I've over-repeatedly said throughout this show, you know, just speak your truth, be yourself, you know, whatever it is that you're going through, don't let it all boil up inside, you know, let it out, because you keep letting it inside, you're just going to close up, and when love comes to you, you're not going to know what love is all about. So, you know, open up, express yourself, be yourself. Be around people who's going to encourage you to be better, who's going to think better. And once you surround yourself by women, by you know, women who's going to surround yourself by women who's going to help you get somewhere, who's going to encourage you, who's going to speak into your spirit, speak life into your spirit. You know, who's not just going to down you and look at you like you're nothing. You know, you tell them your story this day, tomorrow they're gossiping about you. Speak, you know, connect with women who want to see you get somewhere. You know, that's the number one thing. Read your Bible, most definitely. I would say pray, you know, because that's the number one thing. I couldn't have get where I'm here today if I haven't read on my knees and prayed and asked God to help me and guide me. It's prayer that really brought me through everything. How I met my husband, how I went through my depression, my self-esteem, everything was through prayer. So I just want to encourage all of you to put God first in everything you do. You know, put after God, get to know yourself. You know, before you get into a relationship, get to know yourself. You know, don't go into a relationship being bitter and hurt and broken. you know, heal yourself first. You know, like you say, self-love is the best love.
Yes.
You know, so I just want to say I love you guys. Thank you, Creeper, for having me. And yes, have a great night. Thank you.
Wow. So Lynricia here tonight. Everyone send some love across the screen. She was amazing. Like I said, she don't look like someone that's been through all of that. She is a beautiful person.
Yes.
You should meet her in person. She's so bubbly. From she came in the door, I felt as if I met her or I knew her a long time ago. Billy is saying, hold on to faith. Don't let faith be shaken, or let your faith be shaken or tested. Sharika is here. She says, okay, my connection is back. Just wanted to say that with God, nothing just happened. It's like a lot you're not saying, and you really need to express through writing a book. So there it is again. Someone is saying a book. You gotta write this book, Lynricia. You're gonna be waiting for this book. Magdala is saying amen. Juju said, you look so happy.
Yes,
And
I've always been a happy person. I just can. It's just, I don't know. It's just my soul. That's probably why the enemy attacked me so much, because of what's inside. You know.
Yeah, you're a beautiful person.
Thank you.
Yeah, but write this book. With Tyler Perry. Let's get this movie going. Let's get this girls club or whatever you got to do, and let's pray for international. But my biggest prayer for you tonight is that relationship that you wanted with your father, that comes to pass. Like I really want that for you. I want that so bad for you. I don't know how it feels, because I've always been a daddy's girl. I know what it is to always have my father there, a provider, a caretaker, who showed me love. And so for you, I would want that. Whether you shut the door or not, I just want to be a season where he's able to say, happy birthday.
Yeah.
I love you. Forgive me. Or just, you know, just something.
Yeah.
I want that for you, Lynricia. And so hopefully when we have the Faith Talk reunion of season 2, I would be looking forward to hearing that.
Yes.
All
And
right.
I hope that this video actually reaches out to him, you know, that he can see it, and so he can understand that it is that what I went through, and he can feel it, you understand what I'm saying? So I just hope that this video reaches him, and I just want to say thank you once again.
Thank you. God bless you. So thank you everyone once again for joining me tonight. If you were late, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not there, so that you can watch this session next week on my YouTube channel. You can watch Lynricia's session, all right? Definitely tonight I'll be posting images of tonight's session. You would be able to ask her and connect with her, because I'll be tagging all of our pages, all of our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you have. And any questions that you have, you can feel free to ask her, and she will definitely share with you. All right? So thank you once again for joining. I want to thank my team, Christoph in the back with the photography, LSD Couture for my beautiful outfit tonight that matched me with Lynricia, and I didn't even know she was wearing white. I want to thank Nell, my beautician, for always keeping my hair together. My makeup and Lynricia's makeup by Glow and Glamour Cody. We thank you so much. God bless you. God bless everyone once again for watching tonight. Make sure join me next week right here at 8 p.m. for another Faith Talk with another amazing person. So God bless you. Stay prayed up, all right? God bless.
Good night.
Good night.